Welcome mga interesado na matuto sa pagtatayo po ng negosyo, lalong-lalo na po itong glass and aluminum sliding windows business. Paano ba mag-start ng aluminum window business? Medyo may kahirapan po dahil ang kailangan po rito ay malaki-laking puhunan din, hindi rin basta-basta. Kung if we really need to become successful, ito po ang konting kaalaman na i-share ko sa inyo. How to start an aluminum window business. Operating a successful aluminum window business will depend on the following 4 conventions. Number 1, a practical plan with a solid foundation. Number 2, dedication and willingness to sacrifice to reach your goal. Number 3, technical skills. Yan na po yung mga kailangan medyo may kaalaman din kayo, hindi lang yung kukunin yung tauhan. Number 4, basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping, and market analysis. As a new member, as a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Ayan po, malaking kailangan natin ang business natin ay may magandang plano. So ito po ang konting points na mabibigay ko sa inyo. Identify your reasons. Ano po ang dahilan na gusto niyo magtayo ng glass aluminum business? As a first and overlooked step, ask yourself why you want to own such kind of business. Check the reasons that apply to you. Number 1, freedom from 9 to 5 daily work routine. Kasi kadalasan ngayon na mapasukan 9 to 5 ang schedule pag ikaw pumapasok sa trabaho. So yun po ang minsan dahilan na naghahanap kayo ng ibang resources. Number 2, being your own boss. Ayun nga, pag ikaw nagnegosyo, gusto mo ikaw na yung boss, ikaw na yung may sarili ka ng pagpapatakbo, hindi ka na utos-utosan ng iba. Number 3, doing what you want when you want to do it. Number 4, improving your standard of living. Yun, siyempre gumagawa ka ng dahilan na sa tagal mo na mamasukan ay gagawa ka ng negosyo para maiangat ang buhay nyo. Number 5, boredom with your present job. Ayun nga, kadalasan. Number 6, having a product or service for which you feel there is a demand. Ang ibang dahilan ay maganda better than others. Eh, wala namang mali sa mga ganyang dahilan. Pero, be aware that there are trade-offs. For example, you can escape the 9 to 5 daily routine, but you may replace it with a 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. routine. So, imbis na mabawasan, minsan nadadagdagan pa. Preliminary analysis. Kung yes ang response nyo sa mga questions as the following would indicate that your business idea has little chance for success. Number 1, are there any costs such as restrictions, monopolies, shortages that make any of the required factors of operation unavailable, such as unreasonable costs or scarce skills? Number 2, are capital requirements for entry or continuous operations excessive? Is adequate financing hard to obtain? Are there factors that prevent effective marketing? Self-analysis po tayo. Starting a business requires certain personal characteristics. This next group of questions, though brief, is vitally important to the success of your plan. It covers the physical, emotional, and financial strains you will be encounter in starting a new business. Are you aware that running your own business may require working 12 to 16 hours a day, 6 days a week, and maybe kahit linggo at holiday kasama pa? So, do you have the physical stamina to handle the workload and schedule? Do you have the emotional strength to withstand the strain? Are you prepared, if needed, to temporarily lower your standard of living until your business is firmly established? Is your family prepared to go along with the strains they too must bear? Are you prepared to lose your savings in case your plan fails? Finding a niche. Small business range in size from a manufacturer with many employees and millions of dollars in equipment to the lone window washer with a bucket and sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills required for these two extremes are far apart, but for success, they have one thing in common. Each has found business needs and is filling it. The most critical problem you will face in your early planning will be to find your niche and determine the feasibility of your idea. Paano po tayo makarating sa tamang negosyo? Get into the right business, the right time. Iyon ang sabi ng iba. The right business at the right time is a very good advice. But following that advice may be mahirap po, difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture so blinded by the dream that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is business idea feasible? Before you invest in time, effort, and money, The following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from these bearing a high potential for failures. So, identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answers to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. Number 1 questions. Does your service or product or service satisfy an unfilled need? Number 2, will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? Number 3, will product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. Para sa mga maliit na negosyo, to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze and process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers and to determine the demand for your product or services. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. Number 1, do you know who your customers will be? Do you understand their needs and desires? Do you know where they live? Will you be offering the kind of services that they will buy? Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? Will your promotional program be effective? Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Ayan po, yung mga konting points na nabibigay ko ay malaking tulong para sa future na pagtatayo ng negosyo. Planning your startup through self-analysis. You have learned of your personal qualifications and deficiencies, and through market analysis, you have learned if there is a demand for your product or services. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for the opening day. Name and legal structure. Have you chosen the name for your business? Have you chosen to operate as sole proprietorship, partnership, or corporation? May kasosyo ba kayo? O sariling ano nyo lang? O pwede rin gawin yung corporation kung gusto nyo ng malaki-laking negosyo. Business premises and location. We have to consider. Have you found a building in a location? Yung pag-start nga sabi nga nung iba nag-i-start sa bahay lang. Pero kung gusto niyo ng maganda-ganda at convenient sa mga customers niyo, yun yung magandang location. Can the location be modified for your needs at a reasonable cost? Yung sabi nga, mag-start ka, maliit capital mo. Pero pag maliit capital mo, maliit din pasok ng pera. So, yung iba, nakikipagsosyo o kaya gumagawa ng paraan para malaki yung kapital. Yung iba nga dyan, may lawyer pa. Pagka kasi kailangan nga kasi malaki-laking pag malaking business ang itatayo mo, malaki capital mo, kailangan mo mga legal check the zoning regulations and lease. Ano naman yung mga merchandise na kailangan? Have you decided what items you will sell or produce or what services you will provide? Based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases. Have you found a reliable suppliers? Yun po, kailangan nyo ng mga ilang suppliers who will assist you in the startup. Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Wala pa naman akong alam na nagbibigay ng credit terms. Pero pagka may customers, sila na ang nagpo-provide ng parang down payment. Pero kailangan din po talaga ng may kapital. Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income, and expenses, account payables, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared and how to prepare them? Finances. Ito na ang pinaka-importante dito. Yung finances. A large number of small business fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reason is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital. Walang pera. Walang enough na pera. And to avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. Number 1, how much money do you have? May pera ba kayo ngayon? Mayroon dyan, walang puhunan. Pero, yung iba naman, may malaking kapital. How much money will you need to start your business? Maraming nagtatanong yan. In order to answer the questions, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing and remodeling fixtures, or online firms, decorating and remodeling fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment services and supplies beginning inventory cost, legal professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone, utility, deposits, insurance, signs and advertising for opening, and anticipating expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business, must be, and it must be, divided into two parts, immediate cost and future cost. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover the cost for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include supplies, living costs and employee wages, rent and advertising, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in savings account before opening your business. Hirap din po, ano po? Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because the money will be ensured that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup cost to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated cost will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of this list from the cash available, so you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenues in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following. Failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses to rapid expansion and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion. Ito na po tayo sa conclusion. If you have carefully answered all the questions, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be something you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running an aluminum window business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea and do as much as you can yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what more you need to know. Ayan po ang konting mga points bago po tayo magnegosyo. At pag-aralan po natin lahat dahil hindi lahat ng nagnenegosyo ay nagtatagumpay. Pero hindi rin lahat ng nag-build ng kanilang business may failure. Marami po ang umaangat lalo na sa ganyang negosyo, glass aluminum business. Marami rin po tayong kailangan dyan. Unang-una na, yun ang nabanggit ko sa sa pagtatayo ng business. Kapital. Kailangan talaga may kapital. At saka kailangan may space tayo na hindi lang para sa shop, kundi sa garage, para sa transportation vehicles na pwedeng mag-park yung customer at yung sasakyan kung saan nyo ilalagay. At kailangan nyo rin po ng sakaling wala man kayong masyadong kaalaman, basta marunong kayong mag-handle ng tao, wala pong problema kasi mayroon namang na-hire na fabricator, installer, helper, driver. Sila po ang kikilos. Ang sa inyo lang ay office management. Kailangan din po na meron din kayong contact dahil sa mga engineer at architect. Kailangan may mga connection po kayo dyan. Tsaka sa construction builder, contractor. Kailangan may connection din kayo dyan. So sa pag-start nyan, marami rin kayong hindi basta-basta kikita kaagad. Kasi sa tools lang, marami rin kayong gagastusin. Kailangan nyo ng meter saw, grinder, drill, glass cutter, sealant gun, stone grinder or panghasa, riveter, cutter blade, tape measure, scissors, screen roller, pliers, and screwdrivers, flat or Philip, plain sheet or stucco cutter, pencil and marker, masking tape, gas or paint thinner, drill bits, different sizes ng drill bit. Tapos kailangan din ng extension wire. Ang isa pang pagka nandiyan na yung mga parts, tulad ng mga gagawing swing doors, sliding windows, CR doors, frameless door or ED door, screen door, awning window, kitchen cabinet, estante, aquarium, dog cage, tabletop, fixed glass. Ayan po ang mga gagawin. Yung mga parts po na yan, kailangan may memorize natin. Kasi hindi ho natin ma-order yung mga materials sa supplier kung hindi tayo mag-memorize ng mga materials. Yun lang po. Marami pong salamat sa inyong pagbibigay ng time sa pakikinig sa akin. Pero sana po nakabigay ako ng konting advice bago magtayo ng ganitong klase ng business. Kung may time siguro na magawi kayo rito sa shop namin, makapagturo ako kahit paano kung paano mag-fabricate. Pero ako po, konti lang din po ang aking kaalaman. Yung mga nabanggit ko po na product, yan po kaya kong gawin. Pero alam nyo naman, sa larangan ng ganitong negosyo, marami pang produkto na lalo na yung mga iba-ibang series, iba-ibang klase ng product na nagagawa. Kailangan din po natin ng mga skilled workers. Tsaka sa pag-install sa pag-install ng ganyang kailangan din talaga ng mga tauhan. Hindi natin makakayanan, lalo na yung isa-isa lang tayo. Mahirap po pagka tinatawag na one-man army sa ganitong larangan ng negosyo. So, ayun po, maraming salamat sa inyong sa susunod na lang po ulit. Chat lang po tayo. Paalam po. Thank you.